Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Nova Scotia Community College info session on the Nautical Institute. My name is Jessica Lang, and I am the Student Recruitment Coordinator for the Marine programs here at NSCC, and I'm happy to share more about them with you. Up to Lassie, welcome. NSCC is located in Mi'kma'ki, the unceded territory and traditional homeland of the Mi'kmaq Nation. Our relationship is based on a series of peace and friendship treaties between the Mi'kmaq Nation and the Crown dating back to 1725. As treaty beneficiaries, we recognize that we are all treaty people. NSCC recognizes the African Nova Scotians as a distinct group who arrived here 400 years ago. From that time on, they have contributed to the infrastructure and economic wealth of the towns and cities they helped to build, but from which they could not benefit. Let us learn more about how our respective communities were shaped by the historical contributions of African Nova Scotians to Mi'kma'ki. Welcome to the info session. Thanks for joining. Please submit any text questions and comments using the questions panel, which you'll see on the left-hand side of your screen. We'll have an NSCC staff member answering questions in the questions panel throughout the presentation. And if you have any questions after the session ends or questions regarding personal application matters, please contact recruitment@nscc.ca. Again, that's recruitment@nscc.ca. So next, we're going to be talking about the careers at sea. So whether you're wanting to get into bridge watch rating, marine engineering technology, marine navigation technology, or a management position, there are a lot of different careers at sea that we offer here as programs at NSCC. So why NSCC? First, we have a high graduate employment rate. We have locations throughout Nova Scotia, including an e-campus where you can do courses online. We specialize programs that respond to industry needs with hands-on learning and work placements, small class sizes, instructors with real-world experience. A lot of our instructors in the marine programs were actually captains on ships, and now they're here to share their knowledge and experience with you on campus. And we have well-equipped facilities and technology, including simulators, which we'll talk about throughout this presentation, and a portfolio edge for when you graduate. So Nova Scotia, we're all over that. We have 14 campuses, including our online e-campus, which each have their own distinctive culture and school spirit, reflective in its students, employees, and surrounding community. The Nautical Institute is part of the Strait Area campus here in Port Hawkesbury, which is part of Nova Scotia, which is a province on the Atlantic Ocean on the east side of Canada. So if you're new to Nova Scotia, you can find us right here at the entry of Cape Breton Island, and that is where the Nautical Institute is as well. The Strait Area campus actually has two locations. The main one is in Port Hawkesbury, and there's another one in Wagmatcook Learning Center, which is just north of the Strait Area campus. You can actually do some shorter courses there as well. We are home to NSCC's Nautical Institute here at the Strait Area campus. We're close to Cape Breton Island trail systems and other activities. And we also have a Mawai place, which holds wellness and cultural celebrations throughout the year. So it's a theater where our students can come together to celebrate or learn new skills. We have if you'd like to learn more about these campuses, you can visit nscc.ca/Strait Area Campus. The student population here is currently 589 students. Strait Area campus also has housing. So we have a 51-bed facility at the Strait Area campus at our Nautical Institute, which combines the convenience of on-campus living and suite style amenities. And it's actually just a 1-minute walk from campus, from the residence into the campus. We have 140 programs to explore your interests. So if marine isn't for you, we do have some other programs. There's academic upgrading and skills, building and manufacturing, business, creative industries, culinary and tourism, engineering technology, environment, sustainability and natural resources, health and wellness, IT and data analytics, language and cultural studies, of course, our marine programs, which we're here to talk about today, social and community supports, surveying and mapping and geomatics, and transportation. So our marine programs, there are bridge watch rating, marine engineering technology, marine navigation technology, marine engineering management technology, marine navigation management technology, and then we have marine foundations, which are some shorter courses that include marine emergency duties, small vessel operator proficiency, and fishing master 4th class. So first off is our bridge watch rating program held at the Nautical Institute. It's a 26-week college certificate program. In this program, you will learn bridge team duties, deck team duties, and emergency duties. And the sea time work experience is 60 days, which happens within the program. And there's an annual provincial salary of $45,000 to $75,000 per year. Now, a neat thing with most careers at sea is you get time off for time served. So if you work 1 week on the ship, you would get 1 week off. If you work 1 month on the ship, you get 1 month off, or whatever that ship's protocol is. But you'd make the full year's salary with the time that you are on board, and the time that you're not on board, you can fill with your own time, seeing family, or whatever else you'd like to do when you're not at sea. Next is our Marine Engineering Technology program, also held at the Nautical Institute. It's a 2.5-year diploma program. You would learn plant management, maintenance, machinery repair, safety and communication. And just so you know, you would actually do like welding, the HVAC, everything like that while you're aboard the ship. There's also sea time experience of 180 days for this program, and an annual provincial salary of $7,000 to $125,000 per year. Then if you would like to add on to that program, we have Marine Engineering Management Technology if you'd like to move up the ranks to a management position. It's a 1.5-year advanced diploma. You will learn electrical, electronic, and control engineering, and advanced maintenance and repair. And with this program, you could earn up to $90,000 to $200,000 per year. Then we have our Marine Navigation Technology, which is also at the Nautical Institute. It's a 3-year diploma. You would learn navigation practices, seamanship, ship construction and stability, meteorology, and just as you can look in the picture, you'll see some of the students working on their chart work. So you actually learn how to do it by hand first before learning how to do it digitally. And the sea time work experience with the program is 360 days with an annual provincial salary of $70,000 to $125,000 per year. And then you can advance your skills with the Marine Navigation Management Technology after completing the Marine Navigation Technology Diploma. This is a 1-year advanced diploma. You would learn cargo handling and stowage, ship operations and safety, and you would fast track. There's a fast track option to join management team on board, and there's an annual provincial salary of $70,000 to $200,000 per year. And last but not least is our Ship's Cook program. It's also held at the Nautical Institute. You would get a certificate in professional studies. You would learn marine first aid, basic safety and emergency duties, along with galley management. To qualify for this program and be eligible, you would have to have your culinary skills 1 year or the culinary management program, along with 5 weeks of class in the Ship's Cook certificate program, and then 30 days at sea. Now, the neat thing with this program is your 30 days at sea counts as your work placement for both your culinary skills and the Ship's Cook program, so it doubles up. So you only have to do 1 work placement for both the programs. It is offered in the spring term. Now, our Marine Foundation programs, there are 3 of them that we're going to talk about today. The first one is Marine Emergency Duties, also known as MED. It's a 3-week program where you would learn Marine Basic First Aid, STCW, Basic Safety, PSC, which is Proficiency in Survival Craft, WMIS, and your OHS. Entry-level crew aboard commercial ships in Canadian and international waters is something that you could look for career-wise after completing this program. Next is Small Vessel Operator Proficiency, also known as SVOP. This is a 3-week program. You would learn Marine Basic First Aid, MAD DVS, which is Domestic Vessel Safety, Restricted Operator Certificate, Marine Commercial, which is the ROC-NC, SVOP, WMIS, and OHS. You would learn how to operate small commercial vessels, work for marine companies, cable ferry operators, and port authorities. And then last but not least is our Fishing Master 4th class. It's a 10-week program where you learn your Fishing Master 4th class, chart work and pillage 1, navigation safety 1, ship construction stability 1, and simulated electronic navigation limited. Now looking at this is a career path for marine navigation. So we do have our bridge watch rating program, which would help you become a deckhand for 45 to 110,000 per year. And then we have the Marine Navigation Technology Diploma, which would help you become a third mate for 80,000 to 90,000 a year, or move up to the second mate for 75,000 to 125,000 per year. And then if you take the Marine Navigation Management Advanced Diploma program, you can move up the ranks to become a chief mate or a captain and earn between 70,000 to 200,000 per year. Next is the Marine Engineering career path. So we sometimes offer a program called Marine Mechanical Technician 1 year. It won't be offered this year, but we're hoping to bring it back. With that, you can become an engine room rating. And then we also have the Marine Engineering Technology Diploma, which is 2.5 years, which helps you become a 4th engineer. And then you can move up to becoming a 3rd engineer. And if you take the Marine Engineering Management Advanced Diploma, you could look at becoming a 2nd engineer or a chief engineer, making 90 to 200,000 per year. We do have hands-on learning here at NSCC, which includes in the community, with employers, in the industry, in class, and internationally. And some experiential learning. Students learn in hands-on and industry settings. So our first picture is some students and a faculty member in the Marine Navigation Simulator. So here you can see this screens act as windows on a ship. You actually get a steering wheel, all the buttons and phone and intercom systems that are used within a real ship. So you get that hands-on experience actually driving the ship right here on campus before you set sail on water. Next, in the top right corner, you'll see students firefighting. So we actually do have a fire school here where you learn how to put out indoor and outdoor fires. So if you're ever on board and a fire breaks out, you're able to help out with that. And then in the bottom left corner, you'll see our Marine Engineering Technology faculty member with a student. And here they have simulators that help you build engines and help correct any issues that are aboard. And then on the right bottom corner, you'll see the wave tank, where we actually have a simulator where students jump from the balcony down into the pool in safety suits and get into rescue boats to safely help their crew to get ashore. It's practice for an emergency situation. So tuition and program costs and fees. There are costs announced in late spring for programs starting the following September. Here's an idea of what you can expect. Full-time certificate, diploma, and advanced diploma programs are $3,620 per year. Full-time graduate certificate programs, $5,540 per year. Academic and career connections are $1,480 per year. And the adult learning program is a free program offered here at NSCC. You can check the full program costs at nscc.ca/program fees. And then for international students, full-time certificate and diploma programs are $11,690 per year, and it's the same for their advanced diplomas and graduate certificates, but they're also able to take the adult learning program for free. Scholarships, bursaries, and awards. So we offer more than $3 million in scholarships, bursaries, and awards per year, and applications are open. available to current and incoming and graduating students based on a range of criteria like financial need, career interests, leadership, volunteer experience, and academic studies. So you can check out more at nscc.ca/student awards. I won 2 awards when I was in university, and they really helped me to concentrate on my studies since that portion of my tuition was covered. We also have high school entrance awards to get your first year of tuition paid for, which is awesome. So there's 26 awards awarded based on extracurricular and community involvement and academic achievements. You need an academic average of 75% and a passing grade in all your classes. And you must have already been accepted to NSCC. Applications open in March, and you can check that award out at nscc.ca/entrance. So the ABUC project, which is where I work, is through the Oceans Protection Plan funding, which is available for women and Indigenous peoples pursuing marine training. So we're working with Transport Canada until 2027. We have an agreement with them to help diversify both the classroom and the workforce. So there's an Ocean Dream Award where 90% of tuition is covered for women and Indigenous students. And there's also an Ocean Living Award of $66 per day for living expenses for women and Indigenous students. In the top picture, you can see our female students that took part in the Marine Skills Competition. And in the bottom corner, you will see a picture of students in the Traditional Knowledge course where they're making medicine pouches. And that's instructed by an Indigenous elder. Services and resources. So we do have student records, enrollment, and registration to help you get ready for your classes. We have personal and career counseling, academic support and tutoring, Black and African Canadian supports, Indigenous supports, and accessibility services. So if you have a learning disability and you need more time on a test, or if you need help with your notes or anything like that, you can get accommodations to help you out. And there's program and campus events always happening to help you get excited about being on campus and socialize with other students. You can attend an info session. So thanks for attending today to learn about the careers at sea. You can also check out more info sessions. We have one on different programs, tuition and fees and costs, student awards and financial aid, university transfer agreements, student supports and services, and application and admission processes to help you to become a student here at NSCC. So you can check out what info sessions we have and register for them at nscc.ca/info session. We also have a day in a life, which has videos of real life students, and you can check out what a day in their life is like in their program. We have 2 for Marine students already posted, so you can check those out at nscc.ca/day-in-a-life. So becoming a student. First, you would choose your program. You can explore our programs at nscc.ca/programs. You can view program descriptions, check campus locations, availability, admission requirements, etc. to see what you're eligible for. Next, you can apply to your program. You fill out the application at nscc.ca/apply. Some programs fill out quickly, so it's important to apply early. Offers of admission are made in order the application's completion date. The completion date is when all your transcripts and other required documents are received. And with one application, you can include 2 choices here at NSCC. And remember to complete your application with your transcript or portfolio if they're required for your program. And then step 3 is getting into NSCC. So if you meet the admission requirements and your program has openings, you'll be admitted. If your program doesn't have openings, you'll be placed on a wait list. When you're admitted, you must pay a $200 non-refundable tuition deposit to save your seat, and you can attend Get Started, a campus welcome event that'll help you transition to college. So you can stay connected with us and see what we're up to at Facebook at NSCC Nautical Institute and on Instagram at NSCC nautical. So if you want to stay in touch with us on social media, those are our two main channels, and we're also on LinkedIn. And if you have any questions that you weren't able to ask during this info session, you can definitely reach out to me at any time that any of your questions come up. My name is Jessica Lang, Jessica space Laing. And you can call or text me at any time, and I'll get back to you during business hours at 782-370-0403. And again, that's 782-370-0403. Or you can also email me at jessica.lang@nscc.ca, or that's Jessica, JESSICA.LAING@nscc.ca, and I'll be happy to answer your questions there as well. Well, thank you very much for joining us for today's Career at Sea's info session. I'm happy to help you out as you navigate your options with the marine programs here at NSCC. And thanks again for joining us. Bye.